Today's sunshine note is titled, "He has broken my teeth with gravel." How deserted lies the city, once so full of people. How like a widow is she, who once was great among the nations. She who was queen among the provinces has now become a slave. Lamentations 1:1. I sat on the metal bars of the partially constructed building, looking down at the ground. Every night after dinner, I and the other student missionaries would gather on the roof and watch the sunset over this small town of 10,000 in rural Nicaragua. But this night I was overcome by something I hadn't noticed until now. As dusk settled, I noticed the light of a TV coming from a curious little shanty that had been set up just outside the church property. As I looked closer, I saw that the little house was actually constructed of just 4 sticks and a piece of cardboard. Inside this tiny room were 4 people, all family, gathered around a small television that was getting power directly from an exposed power line that ran overhead. I pointed this to the other people around me, not knowing what to make of it. How do you live like this? What is it like? What happens to the cardboard when it rains? The next morning I went to check on our new neighbors, only to find a single stick where the shack had been. Obviously someone had run them off, so they packed the house and left for the next spot. When I read through Lamentations, I feel similar to how I felt watching this family in their cardboard shack. I can't imagine what it must have been like to watch your home destroyed and your family and friends killed or chained and marched to another country as slaves. Jeremiah has just been forced to watch as the judgment of God that he's predicted for 40 years finally comes. He knew it would, but this foreknowledge doesn't help in the long run. At one point, he even says it feels as if his teeth have been knocked out with rocks. It's not possible for me to relate to how he felt as he watched his country and his people literally burn to the ground. But even in the midst of all this, Jeremiah looks to the other promises of God. He knows that God came through on the punishment. Now he begins looking at God's promises to bring his people back home. Jeremiah moves on, just as the people did with their sticks and cardboard, knowing there would be yet another place to go. Maybe we can't relate to Jeremiah's tragedy, but we can always put our trust in his God when things in our own lives get tough. May God bless you today.